Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining us on this Zoom tonight. I just want to apologise first for being in my pyjamas. I'm feeling a bit poorly. I've had my immunity booster, so I'm hoping that will help. But where else can you have a business meeting in your pyjamas other than Arbonne? So we're doing a bit of training tonight. We've been going over the last few weeks over the building blocks, finding your 2,500 points. And there's been some really good training and lots of tips and advice and things to follow to do. So tonight I'm going to go down a slightly different route. I'm going to do a bit more about personal development and the kind of personal side to it, because I think that's really important and it's something that's been affecting me the last couple of weeks. And I just hope that it might help somebody who might be feeling the same and is perhaps a little bit shy or a bit embarrassed to say, because I think in this business we all do try and be strong and come across as strong. We don't always let onto our teams how we're feeling deep inside, and I think sometimes it can just suddenly build up and get to a point where you think, you know what, I really need to either have a break or just get some advice, because you get to a point where you think, I don't know where else to go. And I think if you leave it, it can build up and just get you so emotional in the end. So I think it's just really important to reach out and talk to somebody. So I've just made a few notes. So I think for me, to start with, I never ever used to believe in fate or things happening for a reason, anything like that. I'd never done any kind of self-help or personal development. I used to laugh at my mum because she used to have shelves full of self-help books, and I'd say, oh, you know, you'll never find me reading them, and just used to laugh. So when, you know, obviously everybody knows me and my husband split up last year, and I was kind of went into a dark place. But now looking back, I can see, you know, not that the splitting up was a good thing, but what happened after that was me finding Arbonne. If we hadn't have separated, I would have never found Arbonne, or Arbonne would have never have found me, because as Danny used to call me, a serial Facebook moaner. I used to be posting stuff on Facebook all the time, and it was because of that that Danny reached out to me and kind of offered this opportunity and kind of lifeline almost. And I do believe truly now that, you know, if we hadn't separated and I hadn't gone through that awful period, then I wouldn't be where I am now. Because of that, because I found Arbonne, I've just got the most amazing set of new, truly supportive friends that will be there for life. I'm a totally different person. My confidence has grown. I just see life in a totally different way to what I used to see it. So I just think everything has changed so much for me. But coming back to now, I have these last couple of weeks, and I think it kind of started when I didn't reach area qual last month. I really thought I would get it, and I was only 500 QV short, so I was literally so close. And when I didn't get it, I think that really knocked me, because I honestly thought I was definitely going to get it. So I kind of sat back and thought, you know, what did I do wrong? And I started questioning myself, you know, am I doing everything right? Am I helping my team right? And I have spent this last couple of weeks looking at it, and I know deep down that I did literally do everything I could. So, you know, I'm not blaming myself now, whereas I did start to at the start. But I think with this business, it's learning to adapt. You know, since a lot of us started, things have changed a lot. The systems have changed slightly to what we use. Arbonne have changed the goalposts a few times. You know, before we used to be able to take QV from our team when they're promoted. Now we can't. So we literally have to kind of keep starting again and finding new people to bring in that QV. So there has been a lot of changes. And I think you can kind of just sit there and give up and fold your arms and think, you know, I can't do this. It's too hard. I haven't got the time to learn all these new changes and adapt. Or you can kind of look at it and think, well, look, you know, I'm not the only one who's going through these changes. Everybody in the business is going through the same changes. We're all having to face the same hurdles. I need to face them and find a way of getting through them, same as everybody else is. And I think you can do that in many different ways with your uplines, sidelines, downline. You know, we can all pull together to help each other. You're never on your own. There's always somebody there to talk to or get advice from. And there's so many ways that you can, you know, build this business. We've been over that the last few weeks with your one-to-ones, your parties, product drop-offs. There's just so many different ways that you can branch out into this. I've made a little poster today offering one-to-one consultations, because I have found that trying to make an event and getting everybody in one place at the same time can be quite difficult, because friends are all doing different things at different times. So I thought what would be nice was to offer that kind of personal service, that one-to-one, fitting in with their lifestyle rather than trying to get them to fit in with mine. So offering them that service, being able to go around to their own home so they don't even have to leave the house. I will take everything there for them and go through it with them, and they can try the things before they buy it and just order online, just making it really easy for them and a lovely service for them. So I'm just going to read through my notes. I have said about reaching out, you know, don't kind of sit and worry and dwell on your own, which I did do for quite a while, until I got to a point where I kind of ended up in tears crying over Nikki Desmond, bless her, because I had kind of just let it build up and kind of blame myself, and she just chatted with me and just made me see things so much clearly that I wasn't seeing myself. You know, and she said, don't be so hard on yourself, take a little break, you know, reevaluate where you are, what you've achieved so far. And it just made so much sense. I thought, I have achieved so much. And I think it's just realizing that, you know, although this business is fantastic and the concept is amazing and it's a fantastic opportunity, it's not easy. I think, you know, sometimes when we first join, we often think, yeah, I'm going to get there in, you know, a few months, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be at the top of the business. And you suddenly realise going through it that actually it's not going to happen like that. You know, you get lots of no's, you hit lots of brick walls. So you have to kind of just accept that. And I think for me, listening to a lot of the MVP stories and reading the Ion R bonds, everybody, all the MVPs have all been in the same place and gone through exactly the same situations that we have, and even worse. You know, they've got to the top and lost whole teams and had to start again. So I think it just makes you realise that it's normal, it's part of the course, and everybody is going through the same. You're not kind of just you feeling that on your own. Something I have had to learn since starting Arbonne is about leading a team, and that's something I've not found easy. It's something I've never done before, kind of working with a team of people, and I've had to accept and understand that everybody in your team is different. They've all got their own personal circumstances, their own commitments, and I've had to learn to adapt to their kind of way of working. You know, not everybody is going to work the way that I do, and I have kind of been like, oh, you know, come on, we need to do this, why are you not getting to trainings, why are you not getting to meetings, and have you read this, have you watched that? And I've had to kind of just step back and say, okay, you know, that's the pace they want to take it at, that's fine, I'll work with that, and then just carry on building my own business, and then finding people, but making it clear when finding new consultants that, you know, it is a business and it needs running like a business. You can't just kind of sign up and then sit back and expect it all to happen. They've got to be aware that, you know, there is a lot of work involved if they want to succeed in this. One thing I've kind of learned to do is not rely on my team for QV, which I did kind of do, and I don't like admitting that, but when it got to the end of the month, I'd be kind of sat watching my dashboard thinking, has she ordered yet? Why has she not ordered yet? You know, and it's getting closer and closer to 10 o'clock. And that is just totally the wrong way to do it. You know, my QV is down to me, not down to my team. I should be out there, you know, promoting more and getting that QV in myself, not relying on my team to get that QV. So that's something that I've learned. I think as well, a big thing is to celebrate other people's successes. You know, don't judge them or be jealous. People, when they're promoting this business, if you're not kind of moving forward a little bit yourself, it can be easy to kind of sit and think, oh God, you know, why have I not got there? And they're doing so well, why am I not doing the same? But, you know, you've just got to celebrate them for their hard work. It's not luck. They're not just luck. They've just worked so hard to get it. I mean, Daniela and so many others just work, and it's just, you know, we should look up to that and be inspired and learn from them. I've learned so much from Danny and from so many others, ways I can take my business forward. Right, sorry, I'm just going through all my notes. Negativity, try and avoid negative people. We've all got those close friends that we used to have that might now see as slightly different to what they used to, and they might have kind of drifted off a bit, or they might have, really surprised you by their attitude toward you since starting our bond, because we're changing and developing so much. Close friends that you had before might kind of feel a bit maybe jealous or a bit scared of the new you. They perhaps don't quite know how to handle this new confident you. So I think just, accept them for who they are. And if they're really, really negative and they're just, kind of being horrible to you, then you've got to kind of make that decision. Do you kind of put them to the side and say, thank you for your non-support sort of thing, and move on and celebrate your new friends? It depends how close you are to them, how dear those friends are to you. But if you've got people around you that are just really bringing you down, then just try and steer clear from them as much as you can, because they will bring you down. They will make you doubt yourself. You need to be surrounded by positive people who will big you up and celebrate how well you're doing. And I think doing this really does show those true friends that kind of believe in you and want to support you. Try and turn negative thoughts around. So we all do our kind of affirmations, and we have our vision board, and there's lots of different ways to do that. I know a lot of people are doing the miracle morning, which is really good. I do it sometimes when I can get up. I like my sleep, so I'm not great on that.
Doesn't it sometimes defeat the whole point?
What's that? Was it what?
Your miracle morning is supposed to be consistent.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do it. I have actually got an accountability partner on there now, and she's lovely. So we are kind of messaging each other each morning. So that's a really nice idea. If somebody is struggling with it a bit, kind of reach out to somebody and say, do you want to join? And it's really nice to get that message first thing and have somebody say, well done, you've done it, sort of thing. So that's quite nice. I think to make a plan and be organised, because I think, and I know Danny said this the other day, she got so much on, and I know I often feel like this because I work full time and I'm also in the process of house moving now. I just kind of got to a point where I thought, oh God, I've got so much on, I don't quite know where to turn next. So I think it's really important to sit down and make a plan and kind of make a timetable and inform your family of that as well, because we've partners and children that aren't into our bond. I think we might forget sometimes that they're there beside us, supporting us, and we're so busy working and wrapped up with it all, we kind of forget to say sometimes, thank you and for your support and understanding, why I'm taking so much time into our bond and why I'm working so hard. Just kind of make them understand why you're doing it. I've said to my youngest one, Mum's got to work a lot and I'm on a Zoom tonight, and I'll perhaps get a big sigh and I kind of explain, why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for our future, and if we put this hard work in now, then we can celebrate and have all the time in the world that we want together. And I truly believe that no matter how long this takes me, I will get there. I'll never ever quit. No matter how many ruts or hills or brick walls I bang into, I'll just knock them down and carry on and never ever quit. So we will get there eventually and have that have that family time and give up work. And I just feel like I'm missing out on so much at the minute, having to work. And I know there's loads of people that have to work, so I'm not on my own, but I have to work most Sundays, and a lot of the nice events like Danny's been on today, the product event, I would have loved to have gone to that, but because I have to work every Sunday, I miss it. So I can't wait to have that notice in my hand and be able to give that in. Just learn from any mistakes that you make. Mistakes model us into a better person. I've made lots of mistakes along this journey, and I'm sure we all have. And I think every day we're still evolving and learning from those mistakes we make. And I think they just make us stronger and make us a better person. I think have time out. I think that's really important, to have time out just for yourself or for your family, because our bond can kind of get full on. And I think it's really important just to have a night off, or a couple of nights or a weekend, just to shut the laptop, shut the phone and completely switch off. You know, your business, the great thing about this is that your business will carry on. Just because you shut that laptop, it's not all going to come to a stop. That's the great thing about this. It just carries on without you. So that's a great kind of thing that it offers us. But I think it's just important that, you know, you don't become exhausted, because I think then it does start to become a chore rather than something that you enjoy. And that's something I always want to do. I always want to be able to enjoy Arbonne and the great fun we have with it, the meetings, the Zooms, the events that we go to. We've got GTC in Vegas coming up again next April. Absolutely can't wait for that. I've booked my ticket, I've got my hotel booked, flight booked. I just can't wait, and I know it's going to come around so quick. So that's really something to look forward to. And I think just, like I said, it is hard, this business, but just look at what we've got in front of us. This is the most amazing opportunity that we've been given. It's just, I never knew anything about network marketing before this, but the concept is just so simple and brilliant. It's, for those on the outside looking in, it's not surprising that they sometimes think it is too good to be true, because it is. It's just what it offers, just for kind of the easiest thing, like switching our brand and recommending that to others, just sounds so simple. And for that to bring you so much, it's just amazing. So just, no matter what you're going through, how hard you're struggling, just never, ever give up on it. Just keep going. And that's about it, really. But I just want to finish on a little video. I'm just going to share my screen, which I found. And I just thought it was really nice and kind of summed up. You'll have to excuse me because I'm not very technical, so bear with me a second. Hang on. There we go. Right. I just thought this summed up really well what I've been trying to say tonight. So, can you all see that?
I was lucky. I found what I love to do in life. Loz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in the garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. We just released our finest creation, the Macintosh, a year earlier, and I just turned 30. And then I got fired. How can you get fired from a company you started? Well, as Apple grew, we hired someone who I thought was very talented to run the company with me. And for the first year or so, things went well. But then our visions of the future began to diverge, and eventually we had a falling out. When we did, our board of directors sided with him. And so at 30, I was out, and very publicly out. What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating. I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I had let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down, that I had dropped the baton as it was being passed to me. I met with David Packard and Bob Moyes and tried to apologize for screwing up something. I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the battle. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still love what I did. The turn of events at Apple had not changed that one bit. I'd been rejected, but I was still in love. And so I decided to start over. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure of it. It freed me to enter into this creative journey. In the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who became my wife. Next began to create the world's first computer animated feature film, Toy Story, and is now the most successful animation studio in the world. In a remarkable turn of events, Apple bought Next, and I returned to Apple, and the technology we developed at Next is at the heart of Apple's renaissance. And Marie and I have a wonderful family. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your loves. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. That's what all matters at the heart. You'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years go on. So keep looking, don't settle.
I love that. I've seen the film Jobs. I know Jen has as well, and obviously he talks about that on it, and it's brilliant.
Oh, I've lost you now. Hang on.
Here's to the crazy ones.
The Misfits. Did you hear what I said?
No, sorry, Danny.
I said that I've seen the film about Steve Jobs, and I know Jen has as well, and we absolutely love it. And it's got everything he just said in that. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I just thought it just rang true so much that, you know, I think everything really does happen for a reason, and these things do happen to you, and at the time you think, oh God, why me, you know, what am I doing wrong? But then somewhere down the line you kind of see it all becoming clear, and you think, do you know what, that's why that happened. And I think now, looking at where I am in my business, and I didn't get area because I don't think I was ready for it. You know, I think it's given me time to grow more, grow my team more, grow stronger. And then when I do get it, you know, I'll be able to carry it forward and keep committed to it. So that's it, really. I hope that's helpful.
I think you're ready, Jane. I think you're ready for area. You're a good leader.
Oh, thank you.
No, but like you said, though, it gives you a bit of time as well to grow your team as well. You know, if you think that you wasn't quite right, it's probably for a reason. But you know, that's a good point there as well to make out to people. Like, you know, sometimes things happen for that little reason, and you know, I agree with what you say there.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't see it at the beginning, you know, when these things happen, but it just takes a bit of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's very true. Very, very true, Jane.
Well, thank you very much for listening. I hope it helped some people anyway.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you.
Oh. She won't answer the phone, Danny.
I know, Danny's in charge of the Zoom, so.